Okay, so I'll be pretty quick with this video. I'm going to pull out of here, go down to DC, because obviously DC is more of a serious strategic point for me than up here at this fort. Granted, he only has a 5% chance of crossing the river to get there, but you never know. So I'm going to come back down here, regroup, and maybe I'll just bounce back up here next turn, depending on what he does. I'm guessing he's either going to move back down here to the fort to link up with Lee, or more than likely come back over here to Frederick, Maryland. So he has the river crossing defense, and he's linked up with Lee. So he's probably going to come in here. I don't see why he'd stay up here because there's really no reason for him to stay up here. We have Kearney back, so we'll move him down here. I'm moving Hooker back to DC to create that core, and then moving more stuff down to DC, and we have reinforcements coming from the west over here to Virginia. We took both these areas, so I'm going to move up here. I'll have a core and 2 divisions there, and then I'm going to move my fleet into the fort and get 2 divisions back up to DC there. We landed down here in New Orleans, but we're going to take a turn to get our cohesion back since we lost a lot of cohesion making those landings. And then moving on Little Rock, and go over here, get some supply coming. I think we'll be okay supply-wise for him. And then I really want to take this because that is going to reduce 1 more conscript per turn for him. And then it looks like he vacated this whole area, so I'm going to push aggressively towards Chattanooga and try and get Chattanooga while all of his forces are over in DC, which is a lot, but hopefully we can manage with what we're sending back east, along with our replacements and so forth. Here's what we're doing for replacements. We got 420 on the line, so I put 9. 2 in cavalry, 2 in militia. I'm going to need to replace some of my naval here pretty soon. And then a little bit in artillery. I don't think I used any plunder cards this turn, but that's what we're doing. All right. Let me get the turn back to Josh and see what happened.
Alright, it is late June 1863. As you know, I'm pretty much going all out for DC at this point. I'm not even going to take you out west anymore because there's really nothing going on. Nothing going on in Arkansas, Tennessee, except for in Tennessee. I'm just kind of, breaking up rail lines, and he's just taking every city by city kind of thing. So what I'll do is I'll kind of go through the battles, what happened here. I'd say it was an okay turn for me. The first battle here, I lost. It was in Maryland, which he got my Rangers, which, I'm not happy about that, but it's fine. I got enough cavalry up here to be able to do what I need to do. Sucks losing them, you can't get them back, but it is what it is. Second battle here, we have lost the battle, Cumberland, Pennsylvania. This is just a cav battle. Just came down to he had a ton more men than me. So, since I'm out of food and ammunition, I'm just pulling back to Harper's Ferry here. Come down here. So on this battle I won. I got 3 morale for it. I'm actually really surprised. He had 4 divisions here, and I had my 1.5, and a lot of them were volunteers and militia and mounted militia. Even one of them was even one of my artillery pieces was like a horse artillery. But he lost 4 4,649. I lost 2,091. Now, as you'll see here, I have just under 13,000, and he's got just over 38. So in the end, he's gonna take it, I think. But you know, that was 3 morale. That'll kind of lessen the morale loss for when he does take New Orleans. But that was a good turn. There was actually another, and he didn't take the city. There's actually another battle here where I got 3 more morale. Same units. I lost 1,217. He lost 5,067. So all in all, that's pretty good. You know, I can't really ask for much more. I'm pretty much down to probably about 9,000, a little over 9,000 men, and he's going to be down to about 29,000. So he still has plenty of men there to take it. I was still out in the field here, but I feel like I need to go in here if there's any chance of me holding this. You know, I've got 2 kind of beat up, 1.5 kind of beat up divisions here. We'll see how it works out. I mean, if I did that well there, I may be able to hold on. I mean, I have the hope, but we'll see. He is very low on cohesion. Looks like he's losing a little bit of supply. So hopefully I can keep this for a little while. I had thought about, because of course I wasn't in the city, and now that I'm in the city, I'm not going to be able to get out once it's under siege. I was thinking about just railing these guys up to Virginia to kind of train up this stuff, but I don't think I'm going to have the time to train them up. Like, this game's going to be over within a year, I would expect, unless he just tries to toy around with me and stuff like that. But so pretty much this game is just going to be what happens here and then over in Virginia until we're done, unless he takes some stuff. Now, he did take Charleston. I am kind of disappointed in that. There wasn't a fight, but I was hoping I'd keep it at least another turn or 2. You know, he split off a division. He took the fort too. He split off a division, but I figured it'd take more than a turn to get there. It's kind of hard to get from region to region in the swampy area. So, but he took it. So all in all, I think he may have. I lost a morale because I lost Charleston, which was -5, and they must have had something surrender there in Charleston, and I lost 1, and then I won 5 from battles, because he won a morale off another battle, which was kind of BS in my opinion, which you'll see here in a minute. Another battle up in Gettysburg. I was actually surprised at this one. He should have took more casualties than that. Yeah, so I'm not happy about that. And then there's, what's this one here? He was going to find out here in a turn or so anyway, but he had apparently tried to move in some cav here, probably to break up some rail lines, and my army just plowed through them. Surprised I didn't get a morale from that, because I mean he took a pretty bad beating. I lost 123, he lost 1,371. So now that he sees this, I'm pretty sure he knows I'm going all out. Virginia or DC. And then this is the one I lost morale on. It was a naval battle down here in New Orleans. I lost 0 men, 0 artillery, 0 ships. He lost 32, lost 4 cannon, and lost a ship. But I guess he won, and he got a morale for it. So, go figure. Doesn't make sense to me. Now, I understand, like, he's got 4 times the force as me, almost. But if I don't lose any casualties and I sink people, okay, well, I guess maybe he beat me back, but he shouldn't get a morale for it. I mean, maybe, yeah, I just don't see how that's justified. But that is what it is. His morale here is sitting at, or I'm at 109. He is at 96. So we're both good on morale. Shouldn't really affect fighting too much. Now up here, somehow, I think he pulled a core in from here, and he left one here, and he just kind of railed it up. For some reason, Stewart just retreated. I don't know why. He shouldn't have done that. Even if, see, he wouldn't have started out with Grant support. It has to march to the sound of guns, which my guys probably would have too. So it just doesn't make sense to me. I got almost the same amount of force. He's got maybe a 400 power lead on me, but that shouldn't have just pushed me out. But it moved me up there. It kind of threw off my plans just a little bit. Now what I've got going on down here, of course I had Johnson here and Beauregard coming in. I'm going to move all the volunteers and stuff to train up here. I would imagine at some point he's going to take some divisions from here, maybe 2 of them. I'll probably leave a division here, but take a couple up and bring it back up to Virginia. Plus he's got these core out here, and once he probably figures out that I have nothing here, he's probably going to try to get those. I do have this little cavalry division, but they're just cutting up rails, and they'll go up there eventually as well. Or I might just keep them here. Just kind of slow down progress. Try to keep these rails cut, try to keep them unsupplied, but they'll probably build a depot probably here or here, so just try to slow them down as much as I can. Try to keep them here. Hopefully he just keeps these units here. I didn't really look what he did. So he's got a little force going here. Division maybe. So I can't tell what he's got here. He had like 4 or 5 divisions, I think. So he may be railing them over to out east as well. But what I'm doing here is I'm sending everything I got that's not militia or volunteer into this unit, into this little section here. It's got the lowest, or it's got the highest kind of loyalty, so hopefully he can't see anything in here. And I'm going to form up a couple of core. And what I'm probably going to do is, while they're sitting here, the next turn, I'm railing these 2 core up and over here. I don't know how far they will get. I'll probably put one of the core here, and I might build a depot, because this guy's kind of starting to run out of supply, so I kind of need to get another depot here. I don't think I'm going to attack here because he's got such a high powered force. If you'll look here, just over 11,000. So I don't want to attack here, and I don't want to attack, not that I can get here right now, but I don't want to attack here or here. Or if he presumably gets something here, because it's going to be supported by him. So my plan's still kind of the same. I'm going to try to bring those core and just come over here. What I build down here, now this will be vacant for a turn, so he may try to push over, but I'm going to have 2 core ready, rail them in, and it should take 1, 2, 3 days, and I don't think he can get across the river that quickly. And then I'm railing a couple of cannon up here just to kind of take these guys' place to keep the entrenchment bonus, and then I'll have these 2 core here. Or it may just be 1 core, I don't know. But either way, if it is 1 core, it'll be a good sized core. It'll be at least 4 or 5, probably not 6 divisions, but at least 4 or 5 maybe. So if he moves across, he's going to pay for it, I think. Right here, like I said, he did push me out. I was able to get that division connected with him, and Morgan was already here, so I just connected him as well. I'm being a little aggressive here. This may not work out in my favor. I do have the rail lines cut here, so I'm not worried about Grant or Porter. um, but this is going to take me 8 days to get in. You can see here, he's got 191 force, so I'm sure I'll push that out easily. I know I can push this out easily. I know I can take this, but the question is he going to move this core up here? Now, he's not going to move Grant or this guy because the rail line's cut, or he may, but it just wouldn't make it in time. So I'm being aggressive here. I'm taking a real chance. Plus, he could come up here and cut me off next turn. Now, this little region here does have the farmland, so I think I'll be good on supply if I get here, at least food supply. And like I said, I'm going to be railing these 2 core in here in a turn or 2, and I'll probably rail them right into one right here, 1 core here, and then 1 into Gettysburg. So I feel like even if he was cut off, he'd be kind of saved next turn. Let's hope so. Plus, I feel like I need to be aggressive, because if he can repair this line, he can just zip troops up there pretty quickly. Now, it says it's going to take me 8 days. I would imagine it'd take him the same amount. So, like I said, my fear is that he just moves in at the same time I do. And that probably wouldn't be good for me. He's got a 5 defense. He's got some pretty good defensive commanders, 2, 3, 4, 2. And my guy's a 4 offense. And, you know, I have some pretty good attack commanders, but nothing that is better than what he has. So all in all, his commanders are a little bit better, I think. Other than that, that's pretty much it. We will get this over and run. Of course, I put all my chits into replacements, and that's what I'll be putting them in from now on. So there's that, and that's we'll get this over and we'll run the turn. Alright, it is early July 1863. Not much happened. He didn't assault here, so I'm just holding out in here for now. Hopefully I can hold out. There was another naval battle, which you'll remember last turn I came down there and inflicted some damage, and there was no damage on me, and he got a morale. Now this time he didn't get any damage, and I got some damage, but he didn't get any morale, so go figure. Doesn't make sense. He's kind of moving out down here in Tennessee. I'm just going to kind of keep my force here. See if I can inflict some damage to him coming across the river. I know he's low cohesion, or he should, I guess he's not low cohesion. But we'll just see what happens. He'll probably take Chattanooga this next turn here, which, you know, is what it is. See if I can destroy the depot. I don't think I can. Maybe I can. Huh. See if it works. Go ahead and destroy the rail too. And there was another small skirmish where he just took a city out in Tennessee. Nothing happened this turn. I guess Stewart didn't make his activation roll, so he didn't come over here, and I wish he would have. I think he would have beat this guy pretty good. So that's unfortunate. And because of that, I'm just going to have to move back. You know, he's only got a couple of days or a couple of turns worth of supply left. Maybe not even, well, barely. Yeah, he's barely got 2 turns worth of supply left. And I just don't want to risk it at this point. Plus, I'm not sure if he's got a division commander in here. I don't see one. But if he forms, or I'm sorry, a corps commander, and if he forms one, it just wouldn't be good for me to come into this area. Now, I'm going to come back, so I just got to make sure I don't lose men due to starvation. So I'm kind of moving back here so he should get some food from Harper's Ferry. I detached Longstreet. I still have him as a core. With Longstreet, because I'm pretty sure he's not going to attack this turn. But next turn, I'm going to have... Okay, yeah. So I didn't have enough rail points to move all that I wanted up here, but I have 3 divisions coming up to Longstreet, and I got 3 or 4 more that's going to join them, or maybe 3, and I'm going to send some people over here to Richmond because I think he's going to try to invade soon. And he's got transports on the move, so he's going to get some of his troops, and he's going to try to probably come for Richmond maybe. So I got to have at least 3 divisions here. I'll have I'll have Richard in the city training up troops, and then I've got, I'll probably try to keep 4 divisions here. 3 pretty good ones, plus I'll be training up these troops, so that should be able to hold Richmond. So I'll have a strong core here with Longstreet, which I'll probably keep here unless things just really go well up here, and I may move them up and over to help DC. But I had another corps commander in here, Smith, so I detached all Longstreet's divisions except for this artillery one, which I'm just going to kind of keep on this side of the river. So I've got these 2 guys on the rail line. And I've got them coming into this region. Both of them will hit day 14. Now I'm kind of worried he may try to do the same thing he did a minute ago and kind of rail a core into there. He very well may do that since the rail line is repaired. So there could be a fight next turn. We will see. I don't expect him to know that I'm moving these over, so I think that'll be a surprise to him. And I was thinking about moving Stewart back into here, but it would take 12 days, and I know these guys would be in support, but I kind of don't want Stewart to be the first one in. Plus, I need to get him in this region anyway to get supply. I may change my mind here, though. I may just have him go ahead and go in on... Yeah, I think I should do that actually. He's got enough for 2 turns, so if he gets defeated and gets pushed back, I could get him over in a turn to get back to the depot. So, and I've kind of all put him on conservative attack. So Stewart will be the first one in there. It's going to take 4 days. It would take him 2 days to get there, so he'd get there before me. I mean, I'd have my whole army to bear here, except for these guys back here, so unless he brings up all of this force, which I don't think he will, this could be a mistake, but, you know, I got to get going with this because... So whether he goes for Richmond or not, he's going to get divisions. He's going to bring them over here, and if he doesn't go for Richmond, he'll just bring them up to Baltimore here or somewhere, and he's just going to reinforce this area. So I have to get on the move. All the while, he's got plenty of money, raising more troops, and I don't. I've lost Charleston. I'm probably going to lose New Orleans here soon. So I kind of just have to take some risk here. So got these 3 corps coming in. Oh, why does that? I'll fix this when I'm done. But anyway, that's what I got coming in. We'll run the turn, hope for the best, and we'll see what happens.